What is going on, everybody? It's your boy SoFly Trades here, back with another video. And in today's video, I have, of course, the weekly Sunday watch list where we talk about Nvda, Apple, and SPA, and basically what I think might happen, in the upcoming trading week, and whatever news we might have. Okay, so to start this off, we have Nvidia right here. And I do want to mention that I am in Nvidia swings to 470, simply because we're very bullish on Nvidia. Look at this weekly. I just want you guys to see this weekly. Look at this weekly, and look how this huge candlestick, and then we had shrinking volume on this pullback and increasing volume on this push up past this high. Made a new high. So I think we could see a lot of upside, and we also have earnings. Nvidia has earnings on the 23rd of next week. So in the last earnings call, which was right here, it shot up basically $100 overnight, and I'm basically in two contracts deep, $1,070 including commissions. And like I tell you guys, I'd risk this all day. I'd risk $1,000 all day to make 5 grand, 8 grand, 10 grand. Potentially, if this trade does work out in my favor, this will be my biggest trade ever. But I'm just sticking with my technicals and just following my plan basically. But if I was to trade intraday on Nvidia, which I never do, but anyone who has the amount of capital to be able to trade intraday on Nvidia, this is where you could take some trades. I will only swing Nvidia right now until I build up my account a little bit more. But I won't trade in the middle here. This is the middle for me. So if we're still chopping around this area, come market open, I wouldn't trade that. I'd wait till we push up to 433 to look for a reject, maybe to take down to prior day close, which will be your first price target to trim. Second price target would be 419, or reversal. We open up down here. I'd look for calls at 419 to take up. First price target 426, second price target 433. Boom. Smooth, easy like butter. Stop loss. Let's talk about your stop loss now. If you were to get in here at puts saying price would go back down, you would have your stop loss above. I have a rule of thumb, 30 cents, around 30 cents. So you have around a 30-cent stop loss above this key level, to save your capital. Same thing with this. If you're looking for calls to take up, you want to have a 30-cent stop loss under this level relatively, until you get a feel for, how you want your stop losses to be. I think 30 cents is a very good, sweet spot. But let's move on to, let's go to Aapl. Aapl made another new all-time high, 187.5 last week. So what I'll be looking for, mainly calls down here. My first price target, potentially, if we have some strength, would be this pivot point right here. Simply because this risk to reward right here isn't all that good. If you take it, I wouldn't cut it right here. This is a better risk to reward, because remember, your stop loss is around 30 cents. So sitting about like right here, and you want your risk to be smaller than your reward. But yeah, I'd be looking for calls at 184.32 to take up to. First price target is around the 185.50-ish area. Second price target, if we were that bullish, if we didn't see a pullback in this area, which I'm not going to say is very likely, but it's, probabilities, when you come up to a pivot, they usually react. Price usually reacts at a pivot point. But as always, the market is nothing but probabilities. Sometimes probabilities can stack in your favor and don't work out. It's just how the market is. The best loser wins. I will always say that the best loser wins. And puts up here at 186.54. This key level is yellow simply because I found it on my hourly time frame. Remember, guys, my yellow lines indicate I found it on my hourly or my 4-hour. My green lines I found on my daily or my weekly. My teal colored lines are basically the all-time highs, basically, within the stop. let's go to SPY. See what this bad boy is doing. It's the money maker right here. You feel me? Anybody that's just starting to trade, I highly recommend SPY for beginners, especially for beginners, and even for highly skilled traders. It just has a behavior that, that tends to follow technicals. And that's why I like SPY, because the behavior tends to follow the technicals. But what I'll be looking for on SPY basically is I'll be looking for calls somewhere down here, 437.87 to take back up to 439. Same thing, maybe puts down here unless we trail up. But as I see price action right here, if we quote unquote did stay stagnant until market open and came and pushed up and rejected, I'll be looking for volume to confirm this reject, and I'll take price down to 437. But I just want you guys to see basically how I trade. It's basically I look for the same thing on each stock, follow the same rules. I wait till we get to a key level. And then I see what price is doing, and I execute off that key level based on volume and price action. But yeah. And as far as market as a whole, let's just go to this weekly on SPY. Yeah, as far as the market as a whole right now, we're reaching this little point here that we could either reject it very hard, I think, or we could slightly be stagnant and push up even harder. But so far, this spike in volume with a bigger candlestick, but not that big of a wick, signaling sellers aren't stronger than the buyers here. It's cause to say we have, more room to the upside. And another thing that's intriguing is seeing what this RSI is going to do, because we're basically reaching overbought on the RSI. And, I don't really use RSI to get into trades. I mainly just use it for confluence. Say, for instance, if we're coming up to a key level and, my RSI is saying that it's overbought, and I'm seeing volume increase on the sellers at this key level while the RSI is overbought, I can infer, using my probabilities and using the technicals, given to me, that we might reverse here, because this looks like a key level. We're at a key level on the chart. The RSI, is overbought and things like that. And sometimes the MACD will even start converging. So you have all these factors, but it's all about how you trade, how you like to trade. And my main two things I use is price action and volume. The rest, the things that I have is just for confluence. Say, for instance, my 9-day and 21-day, that's just for confluence. I don't enter off those things, but other than that, that's all that I have for you guys today. But I am working on a vlog. I do want to tell you guys that I have been working on a vlog, currently working on editing it. My first vlog, day in the life of a day trader, part 1. I'm excited to get this out to you guys. I'm trying to attract a new audience, bringing a new audience to the channel. But other than that, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.